This week on Outdoor Nation TV, we go all the way back to 2017 and a hunt for an Oklahoma giant. We got Matt Willis back when he had the baby beard going on, and he hunts for a buck that is a once in a lifetime for any hunter, especially in Oklahoma.
I'm at loss for words right now. I don't happen very often.
Welcome to our show. We are one.
Well, I'm loading the rhino down. I'm gonna be going down to the property tomorrow. And got another feeder room set up. Also gonna be doing a little work down there with my dad tomorrow. We're gonna take the bobcat down and do a little clearing for some food plots. We got 2 spots on this property that I'm wanting to plant, and check some cameras. I'm gonna try to hang a stand or 2 tomorrow as well. So got a lot of work to do. I'm gonna take a couple chainsaws, some pole saws, and just make a day of it. Jared, if you use that shot of me in that sand, it just hit me. Slow motion, sand's dropping out of my hand. That just came to me. I started my preseason work just like I typically do. I had just purchased a property down South Seminole, so that property was getting most of my attention and most of my work. And so I decided, you know, I need a place here closer to home to go to. And there's a property that's just right there across the road from my house. I grew up hunting it, and I'd kind of neglected it over the years. So I thought, you know what, why not just go over there, throw up some cameras, make a little food plot, and it's gonna be a close to home hunt place. And little did I know, there was a mega giant hiding right over there across the road.
Fire Lake gives back to the United Way of Pottawatomie County, which helps support 23 nonprofit agencies throughout our entire community.
Fire Lake gives back to North Rock Creek Public Schools in Pottawatomie County and allows us to purchase spiral hams at a discounted rate to help our baseball program with fundraising.
Fire Lake gives back to the Shawnee Kiwanis Club to help make our annual Pancake Feed a success and allows us to improve the world one child and one community at a time.
Fire Lake Discount Foods, your community grocer, making a difference.
I've made a very good living playing guitar and writing songs, and that's my job, and I love it. I consider myself very fortunate. You can be from a very, very small town like this and reach for a star and get it.
I'm old enough to know better.
I'm still too young to care.
You know, it's been said if you're not reaching back to help someone, you're not building your legacy.
Rainmaker's legacy began with our grandfather, then our father, who taught us success is more than just making money. It's about the relationships and making a difference.
We hope that when we give back to our community, we impact people's lives, improve their future, and our values are passed down to our children. Hopefully, we inspire other people to invest in our community.
October 1st is right around the corner, and you know what that means? Food plot time.
Seed and fertilizer, we got that too!
Shawnee Feed Center has made a special blend just for Oklahoma hunters.
It has a great seed mixture, anything from wheat, oats, rye, winter peas, clover, and much more.
From large bags to small, they've got it available today. So go by and see Jason and the team at Shawnee Feed Center.
I believe it was the second week of August is when I planted the food plot and set the camera. And it was September 4th when a buddy of mine pulled the trail camera for me and went back and looked at it, and he sends me this text message and he's like, there's a giant non-typical on camera. And of course, you know, I'm thinking he's joking with me. I was like, well, send me a picture of him. And I knew from the second I saw this deer that that was the deer I was gonna hunt. And I was ready and prepared to give my entire season to hunt that deer. So when I say a buddy of mine pulled the trail camera, to kind of explain that, he's my neighbor. We do a lot of hunting and fishing together. And on that particular year, we'd kind of come to an agreement that if he helped me do some preseason work and hang some stands and whatnot, that he could hunt that property with me. This is before we knew that there was a 200+ inch deer on the property, of course. I'm not saying that that would have changed things, but he's a good friend of mine, and we kind of made the agreement, hey, whoever sees him first kills him. Well, this is round 2 for food plots. Came in a couple of weeks ago and planted a couple plots. Got good rainfall on them. They started coming up perfect. And unfortunately, the army worms came in and wiped them out. So here it is, September 23rd, and we're working dirt. We're about to put more seed in the ground. So. October 4th. I'm in a ground blind that I brushed in a couple weeks back. And it's overlooking a little food plot up on a little acre flat. I'm gonna sit back, watch it rain, and maybe it'll get up and move a little bit. Probably 190, maybe 200 inch deer. The biggest deer I've ever hunted, that's for sure. So we got a full moon, a should have been in here about 1 o'clock, but it's just so hot. Like I said, it's about 85. So it's about 3:30 now. I'm in for a long sit. I'm hoping this full moon maybe gets him up moving during daylight, so. So the season starts, and of course, I'm excited. I'm bow hunting, of course, and I don't see this deer at all. To be quite honest, he's pretty much disappeared from all trail camera pictures. I think he's probably just moved off, and the odds of me even seeing this deer are slim to none.
Experience the traditions and history of the Potawatomi people at the Citizen Potawatomi Nation's Cultural Heritage Center. Its 11 galleries tell an in-depth story of the tribe, from early oral traditions and pre-European contact to removal and modern Potawatomi history. After touring, stop by the gift shop to browse original works by Native American artists, handmade jewelry, unique home decor, accessories, and more. The origins, traditions, and history of the Potawatomi people await you at the Citizen Potawatomi Nation's Cultural Heritage Center.
Randy's Tire and Alignment has a loyal customer base built on trust, talent, and time. We love what we do, and your trust fuels our business. Our talented auto repair professionals bring years of experience, skill, and education. We take the time to listen to you and understand your needs or goals for your vehicle. Randy's Tire and Alignment, where we treat you like family.
I've made a very good living playing guitar and writing songs, and that's my job, and I love it. I consider myself very fortunate. You can be from a very, very small town like this and reach for a star and get it.
I'm old enough to know better, but I'm still too young to care.
It's been hot. We've had a dominant southeast wind pretty much since it started. And this evening, or today, we've had a northwest. It's still pretty warm. It's about 75, 76 degrees. I slept in here. I'm hunting a stand that I hung last year. It's a real pretty stand. I really like hunting this stand. I enjoy sitting here. It's just a really nice view. I'm getting in a little late. It's about 5:30, so I'm gonna get my stuff together and sit back, see what happens. Well, that wraps up the evening hunt. Saw a couple deer. Just not the right one, so I hate to say it, but This deer has completely disappeared from trail camera pictures. Although I'm hunting almost every day, if the wind allows, I'm not seeing this deer. And I pretty much hunt this deer all the way up until the Oklahoma muzzleloader season. And I'm really not excited about muzzleloader season because I just don't have good luck with muzzleloaders. And wouldn't you know it, opening day of muzzleloader season, I catch a glimpse of this little buck coming up out of the draw, and I recognize this deer as the deer that's always with this big non-typical. And a couple minutes later, I see tines coming up out of this draw. So here comes this giant deer, the biggest deer of my life. And he works his way up out of the draw. He presents a broadside, somewhat quartering away shot. I got a good rest, I'm self-filming, I got the GoPro running. Everything's perfect, it's all about to come down to this.
Randy's Tire and Alignment has a loyal customer base built on trust, talent, and time. We love what we do, and your trust fuels our business. Our talented auto repair professionals bring years of experience, skill, and education. We take the time to listen to you and understand your needs or goals for your vehicle. Randy's Tire and Alignment, where we treat you like family.
Experience the traditions and history of the Potawatomi people at the Citizen Potawatomi Nation's Cultural Heritage Center. Its 11 galleries tell an in-depth story of the tribe, from early oral traditions and pre-European contact to removal and modern Potawatomi history. After touring, stop by the gift shop to browse original works by Native American artists, handmade jewelry, unique home decor, accessories, and more. The origins, traditions, and history of the Potawatomi people await you at the Citizen Potawatomi Nation's Cultural Heritage Center.
Fire Lake gives back to the United Way of Potawatomi County, which helps support 23 nonprofit agencies throughout our entire community.
Fire Lake gives back to North Rock Creek Public Schools in Potawatomi County and allows us to purchase spiral hams at a discounted rate to help our baseball program with fundraising.
Fire Lake gives back to the Shawnee Kiwanis Club to help make our annual pancake feed a success and allows us to improve the world one child and one community at a time.
Fire Lake Discount Foods, your community grocer, making a difference.
October 1st is right around the corner, and you know what that means? Food plot time.
Seed and fertilizer, we got that too! Shawnee Feed Center has made a special blend just for Oklahoma hunters.
It has a great seed mixture, anything from wheat, oats, rye, winter peas, clover, and much more.
From large bags to small, they've got it available today. So go by and see Jason and the team at Shawnee Feed Center.
Smoke pole, Roman candle. No idea what happened. Probably one of the worst experiences I've ever had in a deer stand. Biggest deer of my life spins, runs out of my life. All I have to show for it is a black powder that I'm contemplating on throwing in the pond on the way back to the truck. Well, as you guys saw, had a little bit of a mishap this morning on the buck that I have been after all year. I'm still sick about it. It's probably gonna haunt me forever, but that's something that it's a risk you take using a muzzleloader. I mean, anything that can go wrong with a muzzleloader, it's going to go wrong at the worst time. It's how it works for me anyway. So I'm trying to recover from this missed opportunity, and I'm pretty down. I've got a lot of good buddies of mine who are just encouraging me, stay in it, keep hunting, he'll be back. And a deer of this caliber, it's one thing to get one opportunity at him, it's a whole nother thing to get a second opportunity at him, and I know that. So every year I make a trip to Northwest Missouri, and it's here. I'm packed up, I'm ready to go. Part of me thinks, man, I need to stay home, I need to keep hunting after this deer. But another part of me needs a break because I'm pretty burned out at this point. So I'm thinking it might be best, go up there, hunt for a week, give the property a rest, and just give him a little space, a little time. And I'm really hoping by the time I get back from Missouri, he's back on camera. It's like kid on Christmas morning. I cannot wait to get back to this property, check the trail camera. And as soon as I do, poof, there he is. He's standing there and shooting light. He's all over the property. I know I've got to get back in the tree and get this deer killed because rifle season starts in 2 days. And I know that's gonna be my window of opportunity to get it done.
Something cruising down through here, but the last time I had him on camera, it was 3 days ago at about 11 o'clock. I thought it was noon, but I haven't changed this camera since the time changed, so it's actually right at 11.
So opening day of rifle season rolls around, and I make this decision. I'm gonna pack a lunch, I'm gonna get in this stand before sunup, and I'm gonna sit there literally all day long. I'm in it for the long haul, and I'm willing to put in the time to get this deer killed. So it's about noon. I had sat there and seen pretty much every deer on the property. It was a beautiful morning, cold morning. And I look up to my left and I catch a glimpse of this deer. He's about a little over 200 yards away, but he's in some really thick brush. And I decide I'm gonna try to call to him. So after watching this deer for a while, I decide I'm not gonna try to force a shot. I don't wanna take a chance of wounding this deer or spooking him again. So I decide I'm just gonna stay put, and I end up sitting until dark, and I don't ever see him again. Earlier that week, I had got the call that my grandmother had passed away, and it was the day of her funeral. So I wasn't able to hunt that morning. I believe I got home around 2 or 3 o'clock in the afternoon. It was warm, it was windy, the conditions weren't right, and I just wasn't feeling it. I decided to lay down, take a nap. About an hour later, my wife had come in and woke me up, and she said, "Are you gonna go hunting?" And I said, "No, I'm not gonna go." And she said, "Well, if you don't go, he's gonna show up." I made myself get out of bed, I got ready. Like I said, the property's close to home. I was out of bed, dressed, and in the stand in probably about 20 minutes. I'm really not anticipating on seeing much. And it's around 5 p.m. I look to my right, and and I cannot even believe what I'm seeing. This deer is just standing up on this hillside. The sunshine's just shining on him. Tines are glowing. It was one of the most beautiful sights I'd ever seen because now I have a rifle in my hand.
I just smoked him. Oh my God. And that right there is the best deer of my life.
Oh man. What a toad. I just gotta sit here and look at him. I'm at loss for words right now. It don't happen very often, but it was time to start making some phone calls, and the celebration was about to start. $209 and 5/8 gross, $198 and 5/8 net. That's not official, that's green, but it's gonna be within a quarter inch of that. I mean, dream come true. I've always wanted to kill a 200-inch deer. I would have loved to kill this deer with my bow, but I'll kill him with a rifle, a muzzleloader, a rock, I don't care.
I know that buck was one Matt will never forget. It only took 4 years to share that story with you guys, but Matt has an Oklahoma giant, 200 inches on the ground, what we all strive to kill, and I don't think he'll forget about that story all too soon. And we'll see you next week as we continue the big buck stories with Mr. Rick Gage heading north to Kansas.